And John, I think the other thing, that really kind of stands out is in the offense, the ball is moving, but the players aren't necessarily moving to the right rhythm. And I get that that's where you're coming at with the chemistry and does it make sense to mess with this in the starting lineup? But I really feel like the strength of this team is that they're interchangeable. It's what happened last year. Guys went down with injuries and they were next man up, ready to go. And I don't think we should be worried about that too much. I mean, if you're really trying to set up something where you're going to play the matchups, then you've got to be able to plug guys in and out of that lineup. Even though you might want to stay really consistent with the starting lineup because you have something that you want to kind of work and you want to get into the bench, but the rest of the game should be dictated by matchups. And with that in mind, if you've got a hurt player like Brown or you've got a guy like Hayward who's, just maybe not quite ready yet, not that you'd want to limit, not that you don't want him to sit, he needs to play, but shouldn't he play more against maybe in that second unit? I just think you give him the first hook in that starting lineup and make the transition. So he gets more time to get that confidence, like you just said. But at the end of the day, these players should be able to come and go in that starting lineup. And I think the chemistry thing, that whole angle, I think it's a little overrated with this team because they've been with each other now and they've been plugged in and out of that lineup.
But I don't. That's true. But I don't think Kyrie knows what Kyrie is yet. I don't think Gordon knows what Gordon is yet. I don't think Jalen knows what Jalen is in what the new Jalen is with this lineup. I think it's and Tatum the same way. I think those four guys in particular really are coming into this season with a different. They think they're new players. Or they have to find out how they are.
Tatum, because we kind of glossed over that, and you and I love Tatum, so we haven't given him criticism, but he has struggled.
He deserves it. Yeah.
The tweeter is 100% right. We're kind of throwing a little shade Brown's way, but it's sort of like Tatum gets a little bit of a. Everybody's giving him plenty of room on this one, but he has struggled, and I know he's hit some big threes too, but he just doesn't seem like the same guy. Do you think it's just too many good players on one team?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think he walked into the year saying, "Okay, I've learned this. I can get my shot off from anybody. I've got that confidence." I think he still has that confidence. I don't think it's a question of confidence with him. It might be with Brown. I think the issue with Tatum is the shot that he's trying to set himself up for is not the shot the Celtics need him to take, and they don't have the luxury when they're trying to get Tatum, they're trying to get Brown going, they're trying to get Kyrie going, they're trying to get Hayward going. They don't have the luxury to give the ball to Tatum and let him do something, create his own shot, which he clearly can do. They can't do that. They need him moving.
Do you think they're playing the matchups? Do you think they're playing the matchups then, or do you think they're playing? Because I think that's the issue right there. Then let's get away with let's try to get this guy going and move more towards let's try to get the team going by just exploiting the matchup. That's the right way to play. And somebody like Kyrie, is getting it going. And I know we've seen him hit some tough shots and he has improved, but that's not even what I mean. I mean defensively. That guy is starting to contribute defensively, and we didn't think he could. Remember, he was the liability that Isaiah Thomas was considered to be when we were talking about trading for him, even before it was executed, mid-season still. People were saying, would you rather have Kyrie or would you rather have Isaiah Thomas? And they said, everybody's like Kyrie, and then the people came out and said, well, look, defensively, Kyrie's just as big of a limitation. Defense is what this team is all about. They're still defending the three better than anybody in the league. And I got to give a shout to Keith Smith because he never misses an opportunity on Celtics blog to make that point. And I love the writing that he's doing right now. But, at the end of the day, it's like, let's let some of these guys get going on defense and let's just focus on the matchups to decide who's going to have the hot hand and who they're going to rely on.